Alright, SimCity 4. We do the deluxe edition because I like to run with some mods. You'll find links to the mods down in the description of the video. And one of the first things I liked to mod was the region map. And I know a lot of you are used to playing to a small region map. As you can see, my region's got the largest map possible for each city. But let me show you the region, because if we go over here, it just kind of keeps going and going and going, and we're still going. And this is not so much a region as it is an entire freaking continent of stuff. Oh yeah, it's still going. And it's just out there a lot. So this is probably the largest region I've ever played with on SimCity 4. I've been playing this game off and on since it came out. The folks at Simtropolis, though, are a wonderful modding community, and I used to be a part of them. I made a couple of maps. I don't think anyone on Simtropolis remembers who I am, and that's cool, because I kind of dropped off the planet for about a decade. But it's cool, and they're really cool, and all the mods I'm going to play with, you'll be able to find there. So, yeah, because this region is so huge, I don't even know where to begin. But as you can see, there's really cool places. Like, this would be good for, like, an industrial city. I mean, you got these cool little plateaus. You've got straight things that look like they could have been man-made. Got nice valleys. I mean, you could do an entirely internal metropolis with no access to the ocean. Just have a super awesome little airport or something, do your space program. Even got a cool little island if you want to do like a little gambling island. I might do that later. But it's just freaking ginormous. I kind of like this spot over here. You've got this flat mountain area. There's at least 2 cities you could put on top of that mountain. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, pretty much anything you would want to play on, you've got on this map. I mean, here is obviously going to be the largest group of cities down here. But it's also the most obvious place to choose, and I don't know if I want to go for that, because I know a lot of people just play on flat, boring land, and flat, boring land is boring and flat. So I want to play somewhere a little more interesting. I did look at this river, and I thought it might be interesting to widen that out a little bit. Have fun over there. But I seem to be kind of drawn to this area here. So maybe this should be the birthplace of this region. So we'll start a new city. And as you can see, it's actually, like I said, this is the largest maps that the game will let you create. Places. I like to put my power out of the way of people so that they don't see the smog, but being the first city, it'll probably be really dirty. That's a bad thing so much. So is there anything we want to do to this? I think we need to do some trees, because there aren't any trees. So I try to follow the water tables and try to make things a little bit realistic. Water tends to collect in valleys, so that's where the trees would naturally be. Over here. I kind of feel like I'm making a Bob Ross painting. You know, there's some happy trees that live over here, and you can see just kind of on the ridge line. You know, you can make your world whatever you want it to be like, I think is one of the things you could say. So that looks pretty foresty for me. We need some critters. Horses are fun. And that does not sound like a horse. That sounded like a monkey, but whatever. And now we have 50,000 horses running wild and free. That's going to be a lot of horse sex. They got some peasants over here. And there's woodland animals too, because the horses need something to eat. And horses in my world don't eat grass. They apparently eat moose. So watch out for the horses, because when there's no more moose, they might just come eat you. Okay, so this looks cool. Probably where I want to start. And we'll call this, let's see, it's the first city. It's going to be really industrial. This is where all the cars, the pavement, and everything is going to originate. So we should call this Industria. I don't know who that guy is, so I am having trouble typing. And Morgan Black Powder. Easiest for wusses. Normally I would play this game on hard, but I'll be honest with you guys, I did maybe a really quick city before I started playing this Let's Play. And I haven't played this in about 3 or 4 years, so this is going to be interesting. Let's leave it on medium. Warning, you will not be able to use the God mode. Well, that's just peachy. I really don't want that anyway, because it's kind of easy. Establish the city. Fireworks are going off. I don't know who's firing them. Probably some punk kids out in my field. Need to get off my lawn. Okay, so let's pause and start getting some stuff laid out. Need some power. Not too concerned about air pollution in this place. Well, power will do just fine. How many squares we have over there? And you'll find all kinds of things on the web about how big you should make your zones. I don't know. I just kind of wing it. I don't have all the building sizes memorized. I just know that this is enough squares that probably the biggest industrial factory that could be placed will find a home here. How far everything else can go. Not be too bad of a choice. Kind of want a nice little seaport area so we can get our goods to everywhere else when we build everywhere else. Let's see if the placement gods will be kind to me or if we are oops. Partial land and partial water. I get it. There we go. has to be right there. I want one tile over. The only place. Okay. There you go. Curious how far. Oh, I can build a road. What is it? And if any of you live near a coastal city, you know the streets get all screwed up when you get near the water anyway, so really not too concerned about it. And this is why I paused the game, because obviously I'm going to get into debt really, really fast, but I try to engineer some of this stuff from the beginning so that it looks nice, and then we try to make it profitable before we run out of money. Sometimes the lines just kind of draw themselves. But I wanted to get in and do a Let's Play of this because I plan to do a Let's Play of SimCity 5 when it comes out. That'll be February of next year. Right now, it's currently October of 2012, so we've got a couple of months. So there's time. I also did like a walkthrough that Maxis did. So if you're curious as to what the new SimCity is going to look like, you can click on that and see what they did. We get some money, we'll firm up that shoreline. Because obviously Industria isn't going to have a wonderful sprawling beach area. Need a sizable dump as well. Because we are going to burn our trash off eventually, but now we don't have anywhere for it to go in a cheap manner. It's right by the water, and it should kill lots of fish, which is going to be amazing for the environment. But the seagulls will be happy. And actually, now that I think about it, this should be in it. This is going to be the main road that people go to work on. Work over here. And that's going to go that way for a little bit. Do that as well. Now, eventually, people are probably going to live more over here. And this will probably be more industry, and this will be the commercial district. But I don't want commute time to be too crazy right now. I don't have any mass transit. We'll do some good old-fashioned Russian-style feudalist housing. I usually like to do 8s and 8s. I'm not really married to any particular way of doing it. Since it's going to be commercial later, 8s Estimates may not be a bad way to go. And as I'm sure you know, holding down the Shift, the Control, and the Alt keys will make things do different things. You just need to play with it, find out if it's going to do what you want it to do. One of the things that people complain about in this SimCity is it's very hard to figure out how big to make your parcels. So in the new one, it pretty much does all the math for you. What I've seen. Are starting to hit that. Okay, so we got a place to live, we got a place to work, we need a place to blow all that money you made when you were working. Let's face it, there's nowhere else on this entire freaking continent you can get a Slurpee. We need some 7-Elevens. First things first, now it's time for next things next. I don't know about you, but I like to drink nice, pure, clean water. So, from up here, we'll get our water. We're going to need a real water pump because with all that industry, there's no way to be able to get any juice. So we'll do that. Oh, look, there's bears. I don't remember putting bears in. Well, we have bears. And that's more for aesthetics because water towers are pretty. It'll provide a benefit. We'll get some extra water out of it. So it's not really a waste. We are going to need to get some power up there. Make its own separate grid, save the power lines. Do we want an awesome road into the countryside that's got high tension power lines so that all of our kids can get cancer? I go for the cancer. Eventually you want to space out your pipes about 60 mils apart. Yeah, and 1, 2, 4. Okay, so it's 12,000. Might want to overlap them a little bit if you're going to run low on water, but I'm usually good about keeping a good water supply, so this will work out. And then they get their own dedicated tank. Longshoremen like a nice drink of water as well. Okay, let's see. We've got water, we've got power, we've got trash. Got everything a growing city needs, so let's crank it up. Oh, turn off the city. Particularly, one of the features in this version of SimCity was they gave you a bunch of driving missions, which are fine, but they're not really what I'm after today. Okay, back to Geopet mode. And we now have a house that we can plant. I don't really want to plant. Save all of our gifts. We'll plant them as appropriate. But the peeps are moving in. Industry's growing. We are losing money hand over fist. You notice we have more residential demand, so let's increase that tax rate. Being a big city, I'm going to offer a little bit of a tax break for the medium and a big tax break for the highs. And this kind of strategy might help us early on. Because even though we're dirty, we want to attract the right kind of people to the city. And those people are not farmers. Those people are industrialists. And they like to manufacture. And I know what you're saying. You're like, lower your taxes. You're trying to earn more money. But this is going to get people to come in faster, and I will achieve more money through volume rather than through individuals. And as you can see, most of our stuff is dirty industry, so we're right in line with what I expected. We've got nothing but metal foundries, we've got 7-Elevens, and we have trailer parks. That's okay. We'll get there. And we have all kinds of ordinances. Only one of them would make us money, and this is not a gambling town. And I don't think we need to really mess with that right now. We already have a pile of trash growing. Let's see what we do. Now we're starting to get the bigger buildings now. That's going to help the tax rate. And notice we haven't made anything fun. We haven't provided any education. We'll get there. Man, these people love to throw stuff away. making cars, street lights, all kinds of stuff over here that the rest of the region will need. Oh, we need more jobs. Now we're starting to get the bigger factories. And we just got a better pool based on population, which is funny because we don't have any schools at all. We have an oral tradition here in Industria. And yes, you can have neighboring cities, we understand. Oh. We get light now. That would probably look best, We're still not quite making a profit. So we'll hold off on that for right now. Yep, got better high schools. Still need better jobs. We need more jobs. Better jobs. Simple folk. Oh, and people are mad because they feel like they can't get anywhere in life. Okay. So maybe now we think about how to make Sims happy. So what we'll do, go for a small medical clinic for right now. We don't have that much room. Or I'm sorry, we don't have much people to. That's going to be the most bang for the buck. We were so close to making a profit. And, we'll make sure the place doesn't burn down. Sort of. Now, actually, with the fire, I'm willing to make a larger fire station. Because then this one will cover just about everything. And maybe some people should go to jail. Maybe more people should go to jail than that. Yeah. And of course, once these start rolling, we can adjust their funding so that we're not raping our bottom line. Four doctors can handle 119 patients. I won't touch the funding for the emergency services normally. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Alright, well things have just seemed to have hit the fan, so we will save how to fix that for the next episode. So thanks for watching.